This time Capsule was sealed for 50 years. Inside it were sketches of the future drawn by the first batch of students. Once the capsule was opened, the principal began distributing letters to the students at random. As the letters opened, some found drawings of rockets, others ideas for new technology. But when Keller opened his letter, it was filled with nothing but numbers. The boy was confused, unable to understand what it was. He took the paper home and showed it to his father. His father, Professor John, taught astronomy and was quite sharp with numbers. To help his son, he began studying the paper carefully. He wrote all the numbers on the board and repeatedly tried different ways to look for patterns. At first, he didn't understand anything, but gradually he saw a date emerging from it. Curious, John checked online for September 11th. He was shocked. September 11th, 2001 was the day the terrorist attacks occurred. Not only was the date, but the number 2,996 written on it was the exact count of victims. But how was that possible? This letter was placed in the capsule in 1959. This meant this prediction of the future had been written 50 years earlier. John noted all the numbers on the board and began cross-checking them one by one on the computer. He found that almost every major prediction made in the past decades, earthquakes, accidents, and terrorist attacks, matched those numbers exactly. Even the dates and death counts meant whoever wrote the letter had accurately predicted future events. However, some numbers still remained unclear. The next day, John told his colleagues everything and warned them that the next date written on the paper was just 2 days away and it contained 81 deaths. But the others thought it was all a joke or a sign of anxiety. They told John to go home and rest. Disappointed, John returned home and started scanning the news channels. The date arrived, but even after a full day, no major news had surfaced. It was raining, and John went to pick up his son from school. Stuck in traffic, he called his cogs and apologized, saying he might have overthought it. But suddenly, his eyes fell on the car navigation system. The latitude and longitude coordinates were visible. He immediately remembered the extra numbers on the paper that had previously eluded him. He compared them and confirmed they were the exact coordinates of a location, and that location was right next to them. That meant today's disaster had been predicted right here. Traffic was very heavy, and the police were nearby. As John opened his mouth to ask an officer, the officer's face suddenly turned pale, and he ran away.